I remember when you were younger and a girl told you boys did not like you because you were intimidating. And then you were older and beautiful things were blood and letters, and then letters were less beautiful, and then blood was less beautiful. And then you took pills, and that was and is a good thing. But now sometimes when you see blood, you remember the beauty and you think about the time when you cried because something was real, and is anything real now? And boys still do not like you, but you wonder if it is really because you are intimidating or because for some reason you are the least attractive of your friends, but equally attractive people are supposed to flock together, so maybe you are an exception to the rules.
Women are the ones that are always online on social media, and you see like these skinny Victoria's Secret models and you're just like, oh, can I be that? And then you try your hardest to look like that, and they're unrealistic expectations, you know, but you still have this dream of like being a size 0. You just see people with abs and like the perfect body, and you're always trying to achieve that, but then you realize that I can't even. There's just like your body's not gonna go to a size 2 if you've already been like, or if you've always been like a size 8 in your life. I've had to realize that like I'm never gonna be a size 2. That's peace to that dream.
If people were looking at me, I would want them to see that I'm not afraid of smiling, first of all. That I'm lighthearted, second of all. Third, that I like burgundy. Fourth, that I mean, yeah, that's it. I mean, it's just like I don't always wear burgundy, but I'm tired of blues, and that was my favorite color before.
I signed up for spinning because I thought like, this would be the year of Clara. I'm gonna get abs, I'm gonna lose like 20 pounds, I'm gonna be banging. And then I was like, halfway through, I was like, this is a nightmare. What have I done? 9 a.m. spin class 3 times a week. I can't ever leave. I don't even want to be the year of Clara. I think maybe that's what caused me to have like body positivity. I was like, you know what, do I want to spin or like be body posi? So I chose the latter because I hate spinning.
So beauty. That's overrated. I feel like since I'm from El Salvador, there's like a lot of different standards of beauty that are based on the United States, and some of them that are very plastic. Like I know that internationally, if you have straight hair, sometimes that's nicer because it's more American. I know that my roommate who's Indian agrees. And it's like, yeah, so something like this, my hair being like this, isn't really that great. So I don't want to go home and have my grandma judge me. Alright, so I don't mind this kind of like eyeliner, because it took me forever to be able to do it. I'm like super proud of the fact that I can do it, but at the same time I hate it because I don't really wear it that much. No, that's fine. And it's like I would do this sometimes when I feel like it's still like something that I would consider myself to be pretty as. But just like for me, it's really not needed. The other thing is like at home, like pretty is like wearing a lot of makeup, and I just don't know how to do that because I thought it was stupid. So, you know, it's like blush and a lot of foundation and a bunch of other things. Now I feel like I have to learn about makeup, but knowing other people, it's like, it's not the makeup from home that I want to learn.
Yeah, so the makeup I'm wearing right now is like a pretty typical, it's not actually not typical. Typically, in a given day, I would like put on mascara and probably cover any blemishes I had, and then maybe like highlight my inner corners. So I did a little bit more for you guys, because I feel like I look better this way. With like wings, I don't know, I think they're cute. And then I put more color on my eyelids, so I'm shiny, like an attractive barracuda. And I haven't done my hair, but I never do my hair. So, but I like when I have little things that come down, little wisps, because otherwise my face looks like very round like an eggplant. So I pull down long little baby hairs, and I put earrings in. And a lot of these, like, it's because I can't claim to not subscribe to beauty norms because I do to such an extent. And that was something I came to the realization of when I cut all my hair off. Because I thought that, like, before, like, I was, like, one of these women that was, like, relatively uninterested. You know, even though, like, I am. When I cut all my hair off, that was something I had to, like, realize. That, like, I began presenting more as a gender. Like, not in really overt ways, but I remember it was just, like, such a thing. Like, I had to, like, reevaluate my entire wardrobe. Because some of the things I wore were, like, almost too masculine. Like, I had to, like, look in the mirror every morning and be like, how much of a boy do I look like today?
I think we've all been normalized to, like, what's pretty in society, that we're all just like, yeah, that's pretty, she's pretty. My body's pretty cool, like, I'm pretty skinny, I have a good, like, proportion, like, waist and hips and everything. I'm taller, so I think that's good. I might be prettier because my hair is longer, or like, I don't know, I think a lot of people would find me pretty. I don't know. I don't know if that's cocky to say, or if that's annoying to say. And it's weird because it has nothing to do with, like, my personality or, like, why I would find me pretty, but to other people, I don't think personality necessarily matters, so.
I'm not really sure how most people perceive their own attractiveness. I think, like, the perception of beauty is unique to each person individually. So, like, but, like, to some extent, like, I have to think I'm attractive because, like, I expect people to like me, or, like, I at least want them to. And, you know, I, like, spend time in my body and I put on makeup, so there's some understanding of, like, what I should be. I don't know that most people perceive themselves as being, like, 10 out of 10. Like, some people might. But it all depends on, like, maybe how you saw yourself as you, like, developed. Like, I have good days and bad days, I think. I don't think I'm consistently very, like, appealing. I think I'm probably, like, kind of cute, you know, like, people want to nurture me. I don't really know why, though. So I'm kind of mean. Do I feel attractive all the time? No. Do I think I'm not attractive? Not really. I mean, like, I'm fun, though, so. And sometimes I have good jokes. I'd probably say, like, a 5 out of 10. And then, like, I could take it up to, like, a 6 or a 7. But, like, God be damned if I'm not hanging out at a 4.
I think when I was, like, in middle school, I told you I was, like, overweight. I definitely knew I was overweight, but my mom was also, like, pushed me to play sports and pushed me to, like, lose weight, which, like, now that I look back on it, like, thank you for doing that, because I like myself so much more now, but I don't know, that's kind of hard when you're that age and you're hearing that from your parent. But now I'm grateful. Back then it was hard.
Yeah, so weight is a big thing in Central America. I remember my mom just looked at me and she was like, I could see, like, my brother came to me and I was like, why is she looking at me like that? And my brother came to me and he's like, oh, your mom thinks our mom thinks you're fat. And I'm like, what? You know? And I've learned that my mom is just very fat phobia or whatever that's called. And it's like, oh, well, that's great. Oof, I did gymnastics for the longest time. And there's this thing that if you're even a little chubby, you're probably going to lose points. I hated that because I was a chubby, that chubby kid for some reason. And I was like, oh, it's just standards of beauty in sports. And I was like, I don't like this. And that impacted me for a long time. And having a little belly is like always like in Latin American cultures is not considered to be good. Even though everyone's super curvy and super prone to getting fat. Not fat, but like, you know, like having fat around their thighs and whatever. So like, yeah, just the whole notion of your weight in Latin America is very, very, very rough, especially if you're a person who's very prone to gaining weight. Now that we're in a culture where image matters so much more, both social media and like how you're presented outside, people just always pay attention to what you wear, how you look.
My cousin came over and he was like giving my sister a piggyback ride and they were like having fun and I was like, give me a piggyback ride, and he was like, I think you're too big for me to give you a piggyback ride, and I was like, oh shit, like, that sucks. I can't even, like, engage in the fun. Like, I know that hurt. Yeah. I never want to miss out on something because I don't like fit the mold that you have to be.
I'm an arts person, humanities person. I can't believe that there's just one standard of beauty. Physical beauty, for me, it's a lot about being flexible, about your look. So the more you experiment, the more beautiful you are. So for example, I met a couple of people who experiment a lot with their hair color or their face, the makeup they use, or the clothes they use. I think that's something that really changed for a while. Like I really prefer, not prefer, but more like I find that people who like try different styles are always the ones who know more how to represent themselves. And if someone knows how to represent themselves, they're gonna look beautiful to themselves and people are gonna see it that way. A confident person is beautiful, you know? Visually speaking.
If people find you pretty, that's awesome. That's gonna be good for you regardless. It just can't be something that defines you. You have to like find something else that you can use to identify with. Like be smart, be ambitious, be adventurous, be more than pretty.
I think growth is beautiful. Like now speaking about more ambiguous stuff, I think growing is beautiful. I think learning is beautiful. It's just when there's always a lot of change, I think that's beautiful. Yeah, but like if we're talking about qualities, I think I find that people who are the most beautiful, kind people, and people who really accept their vulnerabilities.
There's sort of a dichotomy between being physically attractive and then something much more than that. Because there are people I'm like very physically attracted to. And then on this other hand, I in no way really want to talk to them. Spend time with them. But then there's like a very different level of attractiveness. It's like I'm attracted to like who you are, to the things you say, to the way you act, to the way you present yourself, and like the clothes you wear. That necessarily, that part of that is physical, but also like there's something much more when you're able to find a person who, like I'm attracted to most of my friends. In some ways, like that sounds strange to explain because it's not really the sexual nature. Like I think they're all beautiful and like I'm attracted to them in that, like I like to be around them. Like this entire other scheme of feminine attraction that has more to do with the person themselves, like how magnetic they are, the way that they talk, the way that they dress. They're like things about women that are attractive that aren't necessarily related to the way their face looks.
I honestly think it's probably my personality that makes me most beautiful. I think I have a pretty dope personality. I don't know, I just have the ability to like make people laugh. Like once I make people laugh, I think that's when people like really start to like me and like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it.
Hey, what do you think beauty is? Yeah. That's hard, right?